Hello everybody, this is Forever United TV. It is your matchday warm-up, and first of all we have to start with the breaking news instantly ahead of this Newcastle game, and apologies, it is the reason why I am a little bit late. I have just got off the phone with Ruben Amorim, head coach at Manchester United, to bring you the news first here as to why Andre Onana has been dropped. He hasn't been dropped. He was supposed to be part of the Manchester United squad, but he didn't catch the coach. No? Okay, never mind. But Onana's dropped. That's the breaking news today. Before the Newcastle game, leading into it, we have now officially had it confirmed by everybody in the media world that Andre Onana is out of Manchester United squad. But what else is going to happen today? Who else is going to play? We're looking ahead to the game. Get your thoughts into the live section, in the live comments, and of course into the comment section as well, everybody. I do apologise again. Sorry, I am a little bit late on parade. It is just one of them things. Mad Sunday. Lots to do on match day. Got caught up in a little bit of something in the meeting before the game and before the show, and we're here now. It wasn't with Ruben, honestly. Only joking. It's a bit of banter at the start of the day, but I think we all were wondering, weren't we, as to going into this Newcastle game, what was going to happen. And obviously we got the news earlier on. It wasn't too long after the morning show here on Forever United TV when we were covering everything from the overnight news that news broke via every single source under the sun from Fabrizio Romano to David Ornstein to every publication that there is out there. I'm going to read through it all actually right now just to get everything started, because it does have an impact on the game today at St James's Park. Ruben Amorim has left Andre Onana out of his Manchester United squad for the match versus Newcastle because he wants to disconnect the player from football after a difficult week. Ruben Amorim informed Onana of his decision after the Lyon draw. A difficult week indeed. It would be, definitely. Fabrizio Romano, Andre Onana won't even be on the bench for Manchester United today, as Ruben Amorim wanted him to disconnect from football after a difficult week. Amorim also told Onana his decision after the Olympic Lyon game, while the goalkeeper expected to return as part of the squad on Thursday, the second leg. So that was the second tweet from Romano. A lot of it was the same from the first one, obviously, as you would have picked up there. But right at the end of it, it's like he's forgot to add something to his tweet, and adding to that tweet was part of the squad for the game against Lyon this week. Now, that has been backed up by David Ornstein, who has said that it's not even clear if Andre Onana will start or who Ruben Amorim is going to start in goal against Lyon. So this isn't just Ruben rotating for the sake of resting players out, where the Guardian have run with Ruben Amorim has rested Andre Onana. The big boys are saying that he has been fully dropped, and Ruben is giving serious consideration to not playing him in the Lyon game. Yes. I mean, yes, the best news that we could have all heard. And you know what? You could say that sounds bad on Andre Onana. You could say that that's not a very nice thing to do, Adam, because he's just a human being. Yes, he is. And he has to take it on the chin. He's a professional footballer. He has performed absolutely terribly over this season overall, and now he has to take his medicine. He has to sit back and watch somebody else take his place who could then, for that matter, continue in his place, because this is Manchester United. This isn't your average run-of-the-mill non-league club where you can actually be a bit on the preferring side of things in picking your one favourite keeper or trusting a player, or maybe he's done well for the club, or maybe he's liked by the club, or maybe he turns up in training every single week. Forget all of that. This is Manchester United where big decisions need to be made. If there was a player in the outfield that was playing like this, then it would have been the same treatment. So why should it matter any different for a goalkeeper? He's part of the team and he's letting the team down. Out you go. And I think it's right that he's completely away from the squad today, because I think we need a break from it. And this leads into the story that I said last night about the fallout between the squad. There is obviously discontent behind the scenes at Manchester United within the team and towards Andre Onana. There obviously clearly was a ruckus or something happened after that Lyon game. To leave him out of the squad completely for a Premier League game, that is something that has never happened under Ruben Amorim so far. The only time that he has been out of the squad is when it's been a dead rubber game, or I don't think he actually has, or he's been injured, but he's not been injured that much, Andre Onana. I don't think he would have been in the team anywhere near as much if Bayindir had stayed fit, especially after the performance from Bayindir in that Arsenal game. But yeah, there clearly is Ruben Amorim managing a situation right now where Onana is not one of the most favourable players within that changing room right now. It's definitely the right move from Ruben, I think, to take him away from the limelight for him and his sake and the rest of the players. He has to look after the whole team. And if there is one player that's causing a bit of a problem behind the scenes, or is causing a problem on the pitch, then he's the one who has to make these calls and make it happen. And taking Onana out completely, it tells the whole story for me, and it backs up everything that we've been speaking about already around Andre Onana and him actually maybe not going down well within a few of the first team squad right now. And that's the story that was coming out after the game against Lyon. So yes, Onana not even on the bus. Couldn't catch it. Couldn't catch much, could he, to be honest? Couldn't catch a cold. And he can't kick a ball. Yeah, let's forget about Onana. Let's talk about Altay Bayindir. Thank you and welcome back, Altay. Let's hope it goes well today. And let's, just before the game starts, unless there is an obvious clangor, touch wood, touch absolutely everything that's wood right now. I hope it goes well for a Bayindir. We're not expected to win the game. That's what I wanted to say. So let's not look at this, oh, it's no coincidence, Onana's out the side, and Manchester United end up losing a game in the Premier League. Like, what's the difference between him and Onana? I don't want to hear any of that crap later on. I'm not having any of it. It doesn't count. Well, it does count, but let's be honest. It's not fair. Throwing him in this game, like he was against Arsenal in the FA Cup and expected to pull off miracles. He's going to have a very good game today because Newcastle, right now, obviously winning their first trophy, buoyed from that. In the league, they're chasing down the Champions League. If they win their games in hand this week against us and Crystal Palace, they move into third in the league. That's how important it is. They've got a lot to play for. We don't. Whether or not that plays into our advantage or not. So maybe Ruben Amorim is testing this squad today. Maybe he's testing this team is to say, right, okay, what do you want to do? There's nothing on the line here in terms of trophies or jeopardy or anything like that for the league. But what is on the line here is you. Basically, show me what you're made of. This is your chance. Hopefully we see Mason Mount start the game and get some more minutes today to see what he can do. I don't know, will he play any of the kids? Will he play the likes of Chido? Will he give Morehouse a chance in the squad today? With it not being as important for United right now, will Ruben test some of the younger players? Will we get some debuts? We'll see. This actually is Altay Bayindir's Premier League debut. He hasn't featured yet, which is interesting, and I think it's a good day for Altay Bayindir. And I think more than anything, is what Manchester United fans needed. We needed to see a change. We didn't need another scapegoat performance from Andre Onana. We need to be talking about something else. We need to be talking about other players, because let's be honest, there were other things that we could have picked up on in that Lyon game that were overshadowed by an absolute disaster performance from the goalkeeper. So really, we want to be talking about football again. And hopefully today we will. Hopefully today we will be talking about some of the outfield performances, maybe a couple of players coming into the side, seeing them for the first time, first start for Mount. There is some talk, and I want to ask the chat in a minute and just come in on everything here. In terms of Luke Shaw, Mason Mount, starting them today, where are you at, everybody? Are you resting anyone? Are you resting any of the defence? Are you taking Lenny Yoro out just so he can actually get a bit of a rest before the game against Lyon? Because that is massive. It's absolutely huge for Manchester United. So could that actually be a case? Could that be a possibility for Manchester United right now? That obviously we've got Lyon on Thursday, which is a decisive game for our season. You've got Lenny Yoro, who's playing fantastic at the moment. Or do you just keep playing him? Do you just keep putting him in the side, letting him get better and getting better and getting better? That's what I want to know from the chat anyway. So let's get into the chat right now and see where you're all at with everything that's going on. Are you happy that Onana is out of the side, first of all? Of course, and most of you must be. And of course, we've got to talk about other changes. How are you mixing it up? Are you resting players and then giving others a chance, trying to look ahead to that Lyon game? Is this a game for that? Or can we not do that as Manchester United? Do we have to still keep facing the Premier League? This is supposedly our bread and butter. And as painful as it is, losing a game in the Premier League, is there a more important player Is there a more important game at play here right now, which is Thursday night? It's a hard one because I don't want United to lose any game. I want United to win every game. And Ruben will go into it saying, look, we're going in this game to win it. We need to build confidence. We need to climb up that table. We need wins. We need wins. Wins create time, and time is what's needed for Ruben Amorim right now to mould his squad. So does he go in with that sort of mentality into the game? That's what you've got to look at as well. Hello, Adam. Hope you're good, brother. Hope we win, even if it's 1-0 win. We need it for Thursday as a confidence booster. The poll is running, as always, on a match day, everybody, as well. Results for Man United today, please, everybody. Win, lose, or draw. 38% of you at the moment are going lose, and 35% of you are going win. Draw, 26%. I'm going to leave that poll running throughout the show, of course. We do have our match sponsors today as well in Match Bingo, everybody. Make sure that you do download the app. Bottom left-hand corner there is the QR code. Match Bingo, match day sponsors for us. Download the app now using the link in the description or that QR code on your screen. Get your match card for United versus Newcastle. Match up 5 in a row on one line, win a prize. Get another line, another prize. And get all match events in one, get the jackpots. Over 200 grand already paid out to fans across the country. You have to be a UK resident to enter onto the app as well and take part. Obviously, be over 18 as well. Gamble aware as well, everybody. Make sure that you spend to your means and don't go over the top. £2 a card, even if you're just depositing £10 into your account to buy the odd card. Match Bingo will double that to £20 for new customers today. So get onto that now. Link is in the description. Match Bingo, again, thank you for them for being our match sponsors here on Forever United TV. And I will be playing along with my card later on as well. So make sure that you do get involved. And let me know as well if any one of you have actually been successful on the game as well. We've had a couple of wins now on Forever United TV on Match Bingo. So hopefully today the boys can do it. By the way, just to give you clarity on it, events could be anything from throw-ins to goals, hitting the bar, a substitute made in a certain minute. They're all made for you on your card. You do nothing else but just get one card for £2. And maybe you can get the bingo. Bingo. Bringing bingo to the match day. Love it. Great idea anyway. But anyway, into the comment section we go. And talking about players, is there any major changes that we do today? And that is still liked in the dressing room. The bust up is apparently not true. Graham, it is 100% true, mate. I've been told categorically, so you're wrong on that one, buddy. I'm afraid it has kicked off, and obviously you would want it to kick off. He is liked in the changing room, but when it comes to the crunch, mates, and you've missed a few shows, I think, Graham, so you didn't get all of the detail on everything that's going on, it isn't going well. It's not ideal, is what we're being told right now. And the fight and the bust up is true. No matter what anybody tells you, we can tell you definitely that it is. And that is the best thing, like I said at the time. Why has anybody got a problem with this? Players fighting just means that we're moving up again in standards. Stop accepting the shit and start fighting. And if somebody's letting you down, they need to be known. It needs to be known. They need to be told. And if that comes out in people having a scrap, good on you. Get more of it in this team, please. I want to see some fighting spirits. The fact that he's been taken out of the squad tells you everything you need to know. Yeah, look. Well, from what we've been told anyway, we know that has happened, and that's from a decent source. So we're going off what they have told us, and I'm taking that as a reliable source saying that as well, straight from close to Manchester United. Look, you should all be looking at this as a massive positive. Character building is what that is. Look, you cannot. Honestly, it's like if you try and, say for instance, hide everything away, don't make your feelings known, it bubbles up and it just adds to the craziness. And it just adds to the problem. Get out there, have a big row, have a big shouting match, have a fight, throw some punch, do whatever you got to do. Everything gets sorted after a good Barney. You know it does. It makes sense. I hope there's loads of it going on. So, honestly, if there's a team in this league, I guarantee you, right at the top level, if you haven't got fallout between Arsenal players, City players, Liverpool players, I would be absolutely amazed. We've heard nothing of the sort at Manchester United. All we've heard is backstabbing and people actually going to other people to vent their frustrations in the football club. This is the best thing that's happened at United all season. We're actually starting to build some actual characters within Manchester United now. And players are fighting. Players are actually fighting. And you can see the improvement on the pitch. And now that we're getting improvement and players making mistakes, I want to see this. I want to see players losing it with each other. This is where United need to be. It's where United used to be. And honestly, we're like a really soft team. You look at other clubs, honestly, like you look at them and you can see it on the faces, can't you, in other teams? You can see that animosity, you can see that frustration and that will. It's like winners, absolute winners. And you know what? More of it, please. I've seen Bruno absolutely slaughtering Garnacho in that Lyon game. I don't think anybody picked up on it. And you know what? Good on him. These players just need telling now. Like, you've got to get better. He'll come in time. That's not a nice start. You need to encourage him more than criticising him. Well, look where encouraging has got us. And look where we are right now with some of these players at Manchester United, the prima donna crew. Bigging them up and shouting them up to the hilltops as the best players since sliced bread. Look where it's got us. No, I think they need some home truths. And you know what? I'm really happy with it, me. And it's the most upbeat I've been most upbeat I've been all season. And this is our worst Premier League season on history. And where we're at right now, I can see positives coming. I really can. And this is a big one. It really is. Yes, rest Euro. Shaw needs to play. A man collected far too many paychecks and done F all, says Skoda. MUFC forever. It's May. It doesn't matter. In May, it doesn't matter today. But I know that Amorim and the players are giving their full today. I hope we win today. It's different. It doesn't matter, but we should win with a positive result. You cannot take Newcastle for granted at all. Newcastle are an outstanding football team. They proved it by absolutely schooling Liverpool in that final. And they did. Eddie Howe schooled him 100%. Just on the other call-ups to Manchester United squad today. Two huge but rightful calls by Amorim today. Onana just couldn't start after... this is from Sully Talks on Twitter, actually, saying this. Onana just couldn't start after what he did against Lyon, and with such a short turnover, players had to be rotated. So, happy for Harry. Been working his socks off in training for months now. Deserved starts. And this is basically Bayende coming in for Onana, and obviously Harry and AMASS that we're hearing. AMASS to start the game today. Harry AMASS is starting against Newcastle today. Nate Salt from the Daily Mail has just confirmed this also. Harry AMASS makes his Premier League debut. This is brilliant news, everybody. All of this just coming to me right now. So we've got two debutants already in Manchester United's starting lineup today. I am loving this. Ruben, you are the man. Really happy to see Harry AMASS in the side tonight. He has worked hard. He's waited. Could we see another moment here of a young academy player coming through? So if Harry AMASS is starting, does that mean Dorgu is out or Dalot is out? My guess is Dalot. It's Dorgu. I think Dorgu will be out. He never drops Dalot, and he knows Dalot can run forever in a day. So yes, that I think that we are now in a position where we can at this stage of the season, and it has been rumoured and it has been bubbling up. It has been bubbling up saying that we are going to see some debutants from the academy coming through, and we've actually got them now. Well, we got a date. Heaven wasn't so much a debutant, but still. Made his debut from the academy, I mean. We obviously paid for him and brought him in January, but he made it in, an 18-year-old. Now we've got another 17-year-old in Harry AMASS coming into the side as well. Obviously, we've seen other academy players make their mark at certain stages of substitutes, appearances and things like that, like Chido. But guaranteed today, we've got two debutants in Altay Bayinde and Harry AMASS. So that's the news. I did get the news kind of back to front there a little bit. I read the wrong story out first. And it was that the calls were made by Ruben to give Harry AMASS his debut in resting players. I think probably Dorgu for the game against Lyon. And, well, Onana was a no-brainer. It really was. I think today is a good test to see if Bayinde can be the number one choice against Lyon as well. I think Ruben will be looking at this today and going, you know what? There is a very, very good chance here we could be having Bayndare in goal against Lyon as well. I think he's looking out for things today. I said this before, that there's nothing on this. There's nothing on this at all, which is that... I forgot what I was saying there again now. Sorry about that. So yeah, there's nothing in terms of what this can do for us Premier League-wise. We can't move up the table. We cannot move anywhere within position, really. We can't move any higher than 13th today. Obviously, we can get as many points on the board as we possibly can to make it... Well, I don't think we are going to be able to salvage the Premier League season to a point where it's not going to be our worst ever. But we can test players out today, give them the chance. And obviously, even if they are players that have played week in, week out, still quite a lot of them are going to have to show Ruben their mettle. They're going to have to show him what they're made of. And it's a good opportunity for everyone to say, like, you know what, this may be a dead rubber game, but I still want to go out there and perform for United today. I want to stake my claim to be in that side against Lyon, because that's what today is. I think it's an audition. Plenty of time for recovery. Now, you can talk about players needing rest. Fair enough. Lenny Yoro doesn't need rest. He definitely doesn't. I think Patrick Dorgu is young enough to not need a rest. We know that Dalot doesn't need a rest. So maybe he's not been happy with some of the performances of certain players as well. And this is the perfect opportunity to say, buckle up. Like, you know what I mean? No, not buckle up. Buck your ideas up. Otherwise, this lad who's taking your place today could take your place in the next game as well. This is exactly what I was hoping would happen at this stage of the season now. So it's a chance, is what it is. It's a big opportunity for anybody making a start in a Premier League game. And a massive day for Bayndare and for AMASS this afternoon. Really, really looking forward to it now. In terms of, I think there could possibly be a few more surprises yet. But just sieving through the news so far, that is the definites so far. We talked about Onana at the start of the game being dropped completely out of the squad. Bayndare is starting for United, but like Ornstein said and Romano said, there still could be a chance that Bayndare is still in between the sticks on Thursday against Lyon at Old Trafford. So let's see for that one. But today is Bayndare and AMASS so far guaranteed to be starting this game. Debuts for two players this season, and it feels really good actually having an academy player come in and start a game for Manchester United in the Premier League. It always gives you that feel-good factor, doesn't it? It always gives you that big pick-me-up. But in all seriousness, like, take the sort of the nostalgia of Manchester United and always giving their academy a chance and all of the good that is. Harry AMASS won't be thinking about that. He's thinking, you know what? I see what's happening here under Amorim. And this is my opportunity to hold this place down, to hold this position down now. He's not going in here just to be like the cheerleaders of Manchester United. Look, another academy lad just to make the numbers up again. No, Harry AMASS is going into this game. This is his second Premier League appearance, by the way, because he came on against Leicester away from home as well. So, second Premier League appearance for Harry AMASS, which is excellent. Another update quickly from Sully, who is all over Manchester United's academy players. Dermot Mee trained with the first team after Lyon, so could be an option on the bench today. He was an unused sub for the under-21s, so have to see. Jayden Kamasin is rated very highly internally too. Let me just open this up just so I can read the rest of it. That is everything, sorry, in terms of players that could actually feature. Kamasin and Mantato are both highly rated within Manchester United. Now, Mantato has been the one recently that has been touted to make his first team debut. But Kamasin is the one that's gone down today. Do you know what? Looking at the start, looking at what Ruben's done so far, I think there is a great opportunity today that we see some other players from the academy make an appearance. And that, I think, is exactly what the rest of this first team needs. Imagine going into a Premier League game away to Newcastle, one of our former rivals, and you're seeing academy players starting this game ahead of you. Now, I just made a point about them resting players out and looking after the game against Lyon. But the more and more I think about this, and just talking to you all now, actually, it just makes me feel like, you know what? Ruben's actually, I don't think he's resting players here, because I think 4 days is more than enough, especially when you're not travelling. I think that's fine. Considering what we've had gap-wise over the last few weeks, I don't think it's a case of resting players out. right now. I think this is a case of testing players out right now. And I think AMASS, he's thinking, I'm in for some more games this season. And I really hope that he has a good game today. Going to be really interesting on that side. Who is he going to be up against on that side? Depends how, well, we would say Eddie Howe as normal, but obviously there's a chance that he's not going to make the game today because of a health scare, which is sad news. So we'll see how that develops from Newcastle's side. Obviously, all our wishes are with Eddie Howe, as I'm sure every single fan will say also. Hopefully he's okay. I don't like to see it, and I would love Eddie Howe to be on the sidelines there watching the game today. But whatever team he puts out today, be interesting to see exactly what Harry AMASS is up against, who he's up against. Harvey Barnes plays on that side as well. There is a good old chance for me that he's going to get probably the hardest game of his career today. It will be as well. Also a quick one as well before I forget. Good luck to Manchester United women today. Semi-final of the FA Cup against Manchester City. That game is also being played today. Can we hold on to our trophy? Man United women against Manchester City women. That game is being played today. Let's get some more comments in. Harry AMASS, Baindir, and I'm hoping Morehouse, possibly Obi coming on as well. Maybe Kamasan as well. Seriously, we have so much quality in our youth. Yes, we do. Women's football doesn't interest me personally on one tiny bit. Couldn't name one player in the United team. Well, it's not for everyone, mate, but we have covered it a bit here on Forever United TV, and obviously I do coach a women's side myself, so I do have a big interest in the women side of the game as well, and they are having a fantastic season. But I know not many people do watch it like they do the men's game, but it does deserve its credit, and it is getting a lot better. So come on, the United women today. Let's have a win against the rivals. And anytime we beat Manchester City is always good. If AMASS is starting today, it looks likely that Lindelof will start too. I'm not too sure, mate. I'm not too sure on that one. Again, it all depends, Graham, if he starts or feels like he needs to rest Lenny Yoro, I think. I think Harry Maguire needs to play to get a few more minutes in his legs. I think we'll see probably. Actually, Harry Maguire is an interesting one as well, because obviously he's not been able to finish games according to Ruben Amorim, and it's going to be interesting to see if he goes down the road of seeing if he can get 90 out of him now and then he's fully fit, or if he plays him for maybe 60 minutes knowing that he's got a little bit left in the tank. I think Harry Maguire has to play today, personally. I think he needs to be one of the centre-back. I think Mazraoui, I don't know, I think he will play him. I do. I think he wants a little bit of experience there. If Lindelof plays, then we're going to get battered, because Lindelof is not capable of handling someone like Isaac. Nowhere near good enough. He was flapping at everything when he came on against Leon. 5 gifted memberships as well. Everybody in there gifted by ourselves on Forever United TV. Welcome to the Members Club, everybody. You are welcome. Welcome along. Well said, Adam. Best wishes to Eddie Howe. Big fan, says Mr. Dacia Sandero. Rawls is having a go at Graham for even mentioning Lindelof's name. Yep, you can argue about that one. In the chat amongst yourselves, boys. Can't believe the aggro for the Foden chant. Wonder if there'll be a fuss about Keegan and Shearer today. Yeah, well, to be honest, the amount of City fans that chant that horrible song about the Munich disaster, there's no real room to talk a lot of the time. It's not everybody, it's just a minority of idiots. And that's it. It is at every football club. But it is going to get built up to be something that it's something. It's going to be built up to something a lot more. Will it be in Manchester United? You know the score. In terms of our poll for the result today, the results are in. According to you lot, 39% of you think we are going to lose. 34% think we are going to win. And the draw is 25%. So the majority is going for Man United not picking up 3 points. I think that is expected today. And it all comes down to our history against Newcastle and it not being good. Very, very poor record at St James's Park. I've been there a few times now. I don't think I've ever been. I've not. I've never seen Man United win at St James's Park. Every time I've been, we've lost. Every single time. No, we're not. We drew 1 when Cavani scored back way when. That was the last time I've seen United pick up anything. Other than that, it has been utter garbage for me in my visits to St James's Park. So, not a happy hunting ground. So, hopefully, I can watch the game and bring us a bit more luck today. Don't forget, we are going to be over on Big Up as well later on, everybody. We're going to be starting around about 3:45 with the match build-up live, which is going to be your chance to come on and have your say. We're going to go through the team as it's announced. So I'm just going to pop that into the chat there as well. Please do go over and join us on Big Up as well. Go sign up now, completely free, everybody as well. And that's our other platform where we do a lot more content as well with... like tactics, and we do reruns of the game as well, actual video footage and highlights of the game. We do a few watch-alongs on there also, so please do make sure that you jump across on that one. Apparently Alice has promoted me and backed me earlier on as well, says Philip, which is nice. I'm not sure exactly what it was people were talking about, but I seem to have hit the mark. But yeah, it's good of Alice there to actually back us up. I will do some more work with Alice actually in the videos coming up. We've just been really busy. Obviously, Alice has got a lot going on right now herself with her 2 channels and everything going on. So we are extremely busy, and we do try to get together and do as much content as we possibly can together. So yeah, hopefully we can sort something out in the future again. And get some more done. But cheers for that as well, mates. Good to know that that is actually happening. And that everybody's slagging me off. That does seem to wind people up. I don't know what it's about. I don't know why. Any news on De Ligt being possible for Thursday? Absolutely nothing, which is concerning, Graham. Because we were told, and I was warned, that it could be more severe than first thought. And Ruben has kept his cards close to his chest. So I don't think we're going to find anything out about De Ligt until after the game. Maybe in the press conference afterwards, the question will be asked ahead of Thursday for De Ligt. So, honestly, I don't, and I cannot say that I know anything else yet, mate. I hope he is okay, but we do know that he has precautionally been wearing a protective boot around Carrington. And realistically, it never looked good. I think he's able to play through the pain barrier if wanted, but United are not risking any player at the moment, even with Knox. It's not like it was with Ten Hag, where players are just being played with injuries and getting worse and worse. We know that under Ruben Amorim, it has completely changed regarding Manchester United injuries, and I think we're looking at a different setup right now. So we don't really need to risk him and bring him back too quickly. We have got other players there this time, and we are actually showing a little bit of depth in our defensive department right now. And that's going to change again going into next season. I was there at St James's Park when we won 1-0. Young with the winner. God, mate. I'd give anything to have a win at St James's Park. It would be brilliant today if we got the win. I don't honestly expect it, though. I can't. I'm going to be honest. I've got to go with my gut. I don't see United winning. And that's not because I don't believe in Ruben or these players. I just know that Newcastle right now are an excellent side and they're better than us. And they have got something to play for in this game where we don't. Everything tells me United will lose the game today. Everything. Maybe I am reverse psychologizing it. Is that even a word? Reverse psychologize. I know it's reverse psychology, but yeah, I don't know. I forgot my bloody light on. Didn't get my light on. Sorry, everyone. Going dark mode today. How do United win the game? Of course we can win the game. I don't know. You tell me. How do United win the game today? How? Who needs to stand? Oh, God. Who needs to stand up? The forwards. Score, please. Like, we're waiting. We've still not scored a Premier League goal since we've been back off international break nearly 3 weeks ago now. So, yeah, a goal would be nice, first of all. To win a game, we obviously have to score. So I think the focus does have to primarily be on the forwards. You could say that. I think Garnacho, if he plays, I expect Mount to actually start. I cannot wait to see the full team. But Mount starting would be great news for United. Cobby could start as well. I would start him in the 10. Shame Collier's not actually fit, because I think he would have had a chance to start today. Ugarte will start because obviously he's the one who's being hauled off all of the time. Be interesting to see if he even thinks about starting Christian Eriksen as well. If he starts Eriksen, then you do know he's trying to rest players out. And I don't see Casemiro starting today. I think he will start Casemiro against Lyon on Thursday. I think he will. I think he's found something in Casemiro, in his character and his game. And he did allude to this, Ruben. He said he's now learning how we can use Casemiro more. There is the experience factor and the know-how and the winning mentality that Casemiro brings. And it is starting to come through in him right now. And I think that we are going to see Casemiro against Lyon. I don't think he plays today. He might be on the bench, could feature. I don't think Ruben is going to miss him. Forwards need to score, says Peter. Yes, they do. We're going to lose. Sorry to say it, says Pig Riser. Mount and Xerxes up front, says Rodders. Cobby might get a start. Yes, Elijah might. The only way we win is if Tonali has us winning on his acca. I'm not going there. I touched on that this morning on Football Talks a bit. God, at least we've not got any of that anyway. Let's just see. Got to be honest, Adam. Alice thinks a lot of your opinion. Seems that she has high regard for you. In my opinion, yeah. Look, me and Alice do agree on a lot. Graham says there that Alice is a Rashford fan, and that's where we thought we don't actually. You know what? There is room for people on YouTube and social media to actually have a disagreement, and it doesn't have to be nasty. I think that's what you get with real people, and yeah, I think everybody has their own views on things, and that's why I like to do what I do. I do bring in, I think, more comments than anybody else. I'm pretty damn sure that is the case, and I do like to bring in the other side of things. Like, not everybody's going to agree with me, and I know that. I have strong opinions, and I'm not afraid to air them, as you all know. And what it is, I just feel like everybody's been looking, with United being so bad, everyone's been looking for someone to blame. You're the reason. It's the negativity around. It's not negativity. It's just called realism. And it's just called saying it as you see it. The eye test is the one test. The eye test tells you everything you need to know about what's happening. You can listen to opinion, you can look at stats if you want. That's great. Brilliant. You know what I mean? You can get an assist for it coming off your arse cheek these days. So look at the stats all you want. I just look at work rate, I look at influence, I look at what I see on the pitch, I look at mentality, I look at people running scared. Everything like that is what I do. And I see that. I see that in games. I've seen that in Man United games. And I'm just going to call it when I see it. And there are players in this team I just don't think are going to hack it under Ruben Amorim, because he's the one manager, the only manager recently that has figured out what Manchester United actually are and what's going on and what the problem is. He's the only one who's openly talked about it. And I'm not just saying because he's talked about it, he's the only one who's realised it. The truth is, he's the only one who's actually had the bottle and the balls to actually call it out and act on it. It's all right saying it, but you've got to also do something to counter it as well. And Ruben is changing things. It's like we all called for the Rashford situation to be dealt with. He left Casemiro out in the wilderness for so long until he figured out how he could use him. And then he started using him. He's made it very clear to Anthony he's not going to fit in this side. And if we are going to get the best out of Garnacho, he's going to have to listen to Ruben Amorim. Otherwise, he's not going to fit. And if he doesn't start today, I would not be surprised if he doesn't start against Lyon, because the players that have replaced him today, if that is the case, have started ahead of him. Then I would not be surprised. It is, and that's what you've got to look at. I think, from my side anyway. But that is only my opinion, and I'm guessing a lot of you subscribe because you do agree with me. But I always say it. There are people that always disagree with me, and that's fine, and it is fine. But just don't be nasty with it. There's no need for it. I'm not nasty to anybody else unless they really back me into a corner and they're nasty to me. I don't know. It's a retaliation, isn't it? Anyway, that's the sort of fighting talk I want to see in Man United in our squad right now. And that's what we are seeing. Justin Beaver, welcome to the Members Club. 6th new member of the show, gifted by the legend that is London in the chats. The only all United fans that can survive this summer is United winning the Europa League. The only way United can survive this summer is United winning the Europa League. Otherwise, we will have non-stop grief from the Scousers. We will. And with them winning their 20th title, levelling us up, the only sort of counter that we can offer, or counterpunch back, or softening of the blow as such, would be winning the Europa League. And United getting in the back door to the Champions League after finishing 13th would absolutely rile every opposition fan on the planet. It really would. And that is why I just pray that it does happen. Because it would just show that Manchester United are just not dead. It's like we're like the Undertaker in wrestling, aren't we? We just keep getting back up again. It's like we're dead. We look finished. Flat out. Right hook to the jaw. Out for the count. Landed flat on our face. Finished. Whoop. Straight back up again. And we're back there. Just pissing people off because we're just always going to be there. And that's why everybody hates United. And it would be ironic if United did win the Europa League this season, in our worst ever Premier League season in the club's history, one of our worst ever seasons in league history since United have been formed. That would be something else. Not for us. Obviously, the real side of things, like I just said, is all about what we do in the league. And Man United finishing where we are in the league right now is an absolute disaster for this football club. And it's embarrassing. But it does look like we are changing things behind the scene. And just to have a trophy behind us for the third season in a row, mind, as well. Let's not forget about that. That is also going to annoy fans. Opposition fans, that is. But to have that and the Champions League to back up this fresh start and this new era at Manchester United would be outstanding. It would be brilliant. Every player's time comes to an end at some point, especially when you change a manager and said player don't fit in the system. No, United have to go all in on Europa League now. Premier League just play the young ones to start integrating them. Yep. A lot of people agree. AMASS, albeit Mainu Mount, please, says Stephen to start. 2000 Bilbao 2025, says Tomo. Believe. Yes, it's on. It can be done. Manchester United can be done. Just to go over the news that has broken over the last hour. Altay Bayindir starts for Manchester United today. So too does Harry AMASS, Manchester United's young left-back from our academy. Another academy making his Premier League debut today. Starting Premier League debut today. Because he has already featured against Leicester this season already. So great to see. And a real positive going into the game against Newcastle today. I wonder if any others are going to get time. Let's not forget, we have got Kamasin, we have got Morehouse, we have got Chido, all on the bench also today for Manchester United. So good to see if they get on. Interesting to see if Mount and Shaw get on, and whatever changes Ruben puts in. The only area we're really short on is legs in midfield right now, which is where I don't want Cobby to feature, but I think he might, out of number necessity more than anything else. I think that's what we're looking at. I think that's what the lack of numbers and certain area of the pitch in midfield in particular is doing right now. Because I think Collier would have featured definitely today if he was fit. So gutted that he isn't available for United. Agati 100% starts for me. 100%. Adam, you always give an opinion, but when explaining chats, you will always say if you believe it to be BS or pure speculation. Top shows, buddy. Thank you very much, mates. Just please don't start Garnacho for Christ's sake, says Morton. Not keen on Garnacho starting them, buddy, no. Let's all be fair and wish Eddie Howe a quick recovery. We got to have great academy players, and most of all of our YouTubers never mention good luck United women as well. I already did Shane on this one. I hope you was in the show when I did, and I did say hope that Eddie Howe also gets well. So if you have just arrived late, Shane lad, then thank you again for putting it out. We have mentioned it. Actually, for a warm-up show, we're nearly at 200 likes, which is amazing. Thank you, everybody. I love that. Please do give the video a like. Make sure that you have subscribed to Forever United TV. I will be straight back again after the final whistle, which will be which will be a live show again right after the final whistle, like we did against Lyon the other night. So straight after that, we are going to be live here on YouTube. And then, of course, we are going to be on Big Up with a little warm-up, getting your opinions when the team is announced. So we're starting on Big Up. The link is in the live chat right now. Please do go across and sign up. It's completely free. Come across at 3:45, 3:45. We are going to be going through your opinions. So if you want to call on and give your prediction, get your predictions in on the game, please do come across to Big Up and get involved in the show there as well, our other platform where we do more matchday content also, which would be great to have a few more people in as well. But that is it for now, everyone. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic rest of your afternoon and build up to the game. I'll see you all around match kickoff time anyway. Make sure you come across to Big Up, and of course they'll be here afterwards as well. But have a good one, people. I'll see you all in a bit. Give the video a like, don't forget, and make sure that you have hit that subscribe button.